Okay, guys, this is T Martin 365, and I know what you're saying. Okay, when the last time we heard from her? I know it's been a while. Okay, I apologize. However, I have this very interesting topic that I would like to share with you guys for $0. You're right. You heard it, $0. And since I'm a talkative person and I love sharing things, my daughter's like, Mom, I got the right thing for you to do. Won't you just go ahead and do it? I was like, let me think about it. So I was like, okay, look, I've been getting emails, I've been getting calls, I've been getting questions asked from friends, from friends, families, friends, whoever about this topic. And the topic is modeling. What does it take to be a model? Who can be a model? And people are asking me, all of these different questions and things like that. And I said, well, you know what? Why don't I just do a video on it and then I could talk about it. And then if you have other questions and different things like that, you know where to go. I'm right down at the bottom. And then ask the questions. And then I could probably do like a part two for you guys or something. We'll see how it goes. So I got my little cheat sheet so I can stay on task. So you want to be a model. Why do you want to be a model? Is it because you might have seen something or someone, or do you think that it may be easy or whatever? But I got something for you. It's not difficult, but then again, it got that thin line in between. It's a little different, meaning that you have to be represented. Or either you can freelance. I mean, you can try either way to see how you can get into it and break into the industry. But I will say this, once you get the job, I mean, it is no piece of cake thing because you have to be able to land that bad boy. Not only just land it, but get the job done, be able to follow direction so that they can keep calling you back. If not from that one, but from someone else. So, what does it take? It takes somebody that has ambition, somebody that is willing to go that extra mile, somebody that is not a quitter, someone that is not thin skinned. Because let me tell you, when I first started, I heard so many serpent bread no's. I heard no so many times. I was hearing no in my sleep. I was like, oh my God. I mean, like, for real? But it isn't a bad thing because see, it could be either one or another. It could be maybe they have somebody look just like you or resemble you, or either they not, accepting clients. It could be anything for the reason for them to say no for you at that time. But a lot of times they may say, "We'll come back in 3 months or 4 months or 6 months or whatever later, and then we'll see if we, if we could represent you then." So it's all types of things or reasons why someone may not represent you. Uh, and a lot of people ask too. They say, "Well, how do I go about applying?" I said, "Oh my God, I got the story to share with you guys. I've been doing this for quite some time. Blah. I started when I was like either 17 or 18 years old, and I started off doing like runways and um, different things like that, modeling for Wilson's Leather and Suede. I know you guys remember that. I wonder if they still open today. But I started doing things like that there. And it was like, oh my God, it was so fun. I loved it. I mean, like, I'm half pint. I'm going to tell you a secret. No, I said a secret. A secret. Shh. I'm only 5'5", honey. So therefore, I had to really do my homework, So anyway, let me go all the way back. All right, so I'm a little older, and I have 4 children. But before I had my children, my happy babies, I did this, this little modeling and runway stuff and everything. And so I put it to bed. I became this mom, I became this wife, and I nurtured my children and did all that stuff. And then later on, they remembered from seeing mom's pictures that this is something that I used to do in the past, and they became interested in it. I says, okay. So I says, all right, I'm gonna have to do my homework. I did my homework, and I said, I'll be the guinea pig first, and let me go out there and see what's out there and make sure all this stuff is legit. Oh my God. So I went on ahead and I had applied. And the first thing that I would like to say to you is don't try to apply somewhere that's in outer space. Start with your own front, your own in-house, which means the state that you live in, and then see how things go from there. So anyway, I started in-house. I applied with the biggest agency that was out there in my area, and I landed it. I was like, oh my God, I was so geeked. I was like, So I landed that and was able to, model with them and everything. And they were the best agency in the world. I think I was getting like 250. I think it was 250 an hour or two something an hour. It was marvelous. They treated me so kind. They were so sweet. I adored them. You guys know who you are, and all of then from there, I started saying, okay, this thing is right. This thing is, legit. Back in the day, wasn't getting, any money at all, but today I am. So I said, well, let me, sign my kids up. Now, wait a minute. My kids had to go through the same thing I had to go to. They couldn't get in just because I was mom. They had to get in and see if they were marketable themselves. And lo and behold, they were. So all of my kids were modeling at one time or another, the ones that didn't run away from it. Uh, doing the modeling and they liked it and so on and so forth. So that's the first thing that you have to do. You have to apply. Not only do you have to apply, but you have to have self confidence. And that's what I went in with. I had self confidence. I believed in myself. I knew that I could do this, and I knew that it had been some time. I was used to doing like the runway and stuff. Took a few pictures, but nothing to this. Oh, nothing to this level at all whatsoever. So it was kind of like treading on, a little bit of water there. So I get into it, loved it. Okay, did that for a while, and like I said, introduced my kids. They did for a while, and boom, boom, boom. But I like to share with you how to do it. You need to apply for agencies, which I've done, that are geared to you. Okay, so if you're looking online and you see the agencies and they looking for 5'9", 6 foot, guess what, baby? If you're only 5'1" or 5'4", you ain't getting it because that's what they're looking for. So you want to apply to agencies that are geared to you. Please stay within the perimeters so that you can at least get in and get maybe a try or a chance. Don't just knock yourself off the block by being hard-headed, because that's the thing that they look for. Can you follow direction? So that's what I would tell you to do. Do that there. And like I said, who should you apply for? Anybody that fits in your category. If they say that they're looking for petite modeling, then you apply for that. If they say that they're looking for print model, then you apply for that. Whatever it is that you fit into that box and it says that you fit into it, that's what you apply for. And a lot of other people, they ask, what kind of pictures should I have? I said, oh my God, please send some lighted pictures. And a lot of times they would say, you know what, we only want professional pictures. Or either they'll say, we'll take some snapshots. We'll take that. Hardly no makeup or whatever. So they'll say, we want one with a smile. Then you got a smile. They want one with a serious face. You have a serious face. They want one with a little sneeze or whatever. And you just send them all of that. And the other thing is, please, 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 please have on a tank top and some jeans. Some fitted jeans. I'm not saying skin tight, skin tight. I'm just saying have on the attire that they're asking you for so that they can see your shape. They want to see if you're in proportion. They want to see, can you follow directions, okay? Because a lot of them, they get those little stuff and they get those little things, those pictures, and you ain't following directions. You could only guess where your pictures is going. You're right into the doggone serpent bread garbage can, never to return. So you want to make sure that you follow directions and do what you supposed to do. Make sure your pictures are lit, light enough so that they can see your pretty smile. Jeez. So they want to see that stuff there. And like I said, you can apply wherever, but make sure you start with home front first. Start there, then run off if you want to, run off. But most importantly, or I should say, an add on to that is read your contract. If they call you and if they are interested in you, believe me, you do not have to blow up their phone and be like, oh, you're interested, you're interested, you're interested, you're interested, you're interested, you're interested, because they don't want to hear that. So if they are interested, they will get back at you, okay? They'll hit you up, they'll call you and say, you know what? I did receive your pictures and I love them. Where do you live at? Where do you reside? And blah, 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 blah. And a lot of times they want you to reside within. So no, like the 2 hour mark. They want you to be able to get to that castle within 2 hours smoking, okay? Shame, shame, shame. If you don't live within those 2 hours or within an hour or whatever it is, because they're not interested. A lot of them are. Some of them, as you begin to go on in modeling, and you land someone, then as you get bigger or whatever, some of them, not all, sometimes you got to reach out and touch somebody. They may be willing to accept you, and that's a whole new different ball game, you guys. That is called direct booking. That's where your girls at. It's called direct booking, where they see your picture, you be like, hey, they be like, I want that person right there. And direct booking means they chose you just by your picture. That's it. They ain't even seen you. They just seen your picture, like what they saw, and that's it. So make sure that you do that. So when you send your picture, they want you, as I said, the headshot, a close up. They may want a waist up, and they may want a full length. They'll tell you what they want. Sometimes they may even ask for a swimsuit. Mm-hmm. Yep, I said it, a swimsuit. Oh my gosh, we'll talk about that later. And then they want to know your measurements. What is your eye color, your hair color, your height. They may even want your weight, your waist, your shoes. You wear glasses. I mean, everything. They want to know everything. Your instinct. And when I say everything, they want to know everything. And then you'll take it from there. But it's not too hard or too difficult. I would like to say that the hardest part would be finding someone to say yes and then believe in you. And once you come in there, you land it, baby. And then they sign you on that contract and be like, you minds, and then so on and so forth. But as I just mentioned, a contract, you want to see if it's a exclusive contract. Exclusive means exclusively only being with them. So that's it. Exclude, you want to make sure that you are only signed with them. They ain't trying to piggyback off of no, I mean, with nobody else. No, when I say nobody else, I do mean absolutely nobody else. Some of them will say, okay, you know what? We'll sign you, but then you can go out and you can freelance and do whatever else. It's only for this state right here, but some may say, all right, exclusive just for them and whoever else. Meaning, whatever job else you may get, they're exclusively getting some of that loot too. So some of them may say that. And what is that charge? Normally 20%. So a lot of people say, oh well, I want to do this, that, and the other, and I found this agency, and and I pay, excuse me, guys, got a little flip there. I'm paying 99.99 a month. I was like, what? They be like, oh, girl, what you think about that? Girl, I got it going on. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing unless you ask me. If you ask me, I'd be like, no, that's not how it's being done. Because I don't want nobody to think I'm stepping on their toes or trying to crash their world or anything like that. But no, you don't pay. Whoever you work for, meaning whatever agency that you are signed with, they go get the jobs for you, and then they get a portion from that, which is 20%. You got to ask questions and stuff like that, and then you take off and go from there. But it is the best thing in the world. I've done so many things. I have done print work. I've done videos. I've done television series. I did print work, print work, print work, print work, print work, print work, commercial, commercial, commercial. I've done it, and I loved it. And then a lot of people want to ask, which is last but not least, well, how old do you got to be? I said, God doggone it, the sky is the limit. How old do you want to be? Whoever is willing to accept you and want to represent you, and they feel that you got a beautiful canvas, honey, this means everything. Jeez, man. It does, though, because if they feel that they can represent you, oh my God, the sky's is the limit. And then you could just go on, and a lot of times you can move on and go for other things. I remember being with this one particular agent, and I was in LA, and he told me, he said, you know what? He said, don't worry about it. He says, whatever jobs I get for you, he said, then I get my percentage. He said, whatever jobs that you get, he said, on your own, I said, on my own. He said, on your own, I said, on my own. He said, on your own, I said, on my own, my own, my own, my own. He said, yeah. He said, then that's your money. I said, man, I was so happy. I was geeked. So I was like, okay. So I worked with him, and landed this national commercial. I did it all by myself, me, myself, and God. Me, myself, and God. So I landed it, and I was so geek. I was just so geek because it was like I beat out. I think, and this isn't bragging. I'm gonna go back into this and explain what this is all about. I beat out. I think there might have been maybe 8,000 women that went for this national commercial, and they chose me out of all of these women. I was so pumped out. I mean, pumped up and pumped out. I was just like, oh my God. So he came back and he says, you know what? Tonya? I said, yeah. He said, did you by chance tell them about? I said, well, no. I said, well, my contract, I'm looking at my contract. My contract says that whatever job you find for me, that you get your 20%, but if I find it myself, it was all mine. He said, you're right. So we squared that off, and it ended up going, okay. But I had to mention that because that was something that I did on my own. That's why I said it's great if you're not exclusive. When you're exclusive, then that means you just are with them a lot of times, and then they don't want you to sign with anybody else, or either they may say it's exclusive with them and it just be in that state. So you have to ask questions. You'll never know unless you ask question. I remember going in and signing. I was like asking every question in the world. I did my homework and I did it well, and they told me I did too, because I was like raising my hand. I got this question, this question, and so on and so forth. So make sure that you do that. And like I said, there's no age. I don't know if I mentioned that. Don't worry about the age. Somebody said to me, they was like, oh, you know what? They said, well, you're starting to get a little older and this, that, and the other. Do you think that the modeling is still for you? Do you think you need to like put that to rest and let your children, your daughters do it since you're getting a little older? I was like, no, they didn't come from the north, south, east, and west with me on that. Thought they were gonna get over on that. So I ain't paying no mind. So I was like, whatever. But I'm telling you, only individuals that would say something like that to you are those that have tried or and they couldn't make it, or they're afraid to try. And so therefore they want to rain on your parade to try to fog up your head to make you think you can't do it. Look, it's in demand now. The older models are actually in demand. Ripley's, believe it or not, it is like some of the coolest thing when they be asking for a certain category, or we only want 40 something, or we only want 50 something. I be like, yeah, that's me. So then you go out and land those jobs and different things like that there. So just believe in yourself and believe that you can get the work done. I'm looking at this other question here. And like I said, and as far as the pictures, you want to make sure when you are submitting your pictures that you do exactly what they ask you to do. Please don't come in there with no pictures and send them no pictures and you got Little Bo Peep on there. They do not want no got doggone Reebok on the front. They don't want Nike wear on the front. They don't want nothing on the front of those shirts. So you want to make sure there's nothing on them. They're plain, solid color, and you got a smile, and you got a really nice little tank top on like I have on now, where you can see your little arms and your little legs, or whatever else. Nothing revealing or anything like that. And your little jeans and stuff like that, because the only thing they want to see is your shape, to make sure that you are in proportion, and all. And that's just their main thing. And please, oh my God, look like your picture. Okay, so I'm natural. So I got a little bun on my head today. And please don't send them no picture of straight hair, then you come in there with curly hair. Because they're going to be like, is this you? Are you sure this is you? Oh, okay, this is you. Okay, have a seat. And then they take your crap and throw it in the garbage can because you did not follow directions. So if you don't know, you better ask somebody. And if you don't ask nobody, and you decide not to, then you better do your own god doggone serpent bread homework, so that you can make sure that at least you give yourself a chance. Don't kick yourself out the door before even giving yourself a chance. It's not too difficult, but once you get that job, you better make sure that you land it. Not only land it, but you better make sure that you can follow directions. So that's basically about it that I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to think. That's about it. But I don't. I want you to be encouraged. Just because you may be older, it doesn't mean it is the end of the world, honey. I'm in my prime and I'm having me a very good time. I don't let nobody tell me anything, and if they do, it comes in one ear, and you know what, and it goes right back out the other. Because I believe in T. I believe in me. I believe in me more than anybody else. I don't need a cheerleader. I will pump up myself. And like I said, go after it. If there's something that you really need, something that you really want to do, and you feel a need to do it, then oh my God, the skies is the limit. Go for it and do it. Have fun at doing it too. You meet all types of people. I met everybody. I even did a little video with some of the different artists and stuff, and it was so cute. And people was like, "Oh my God, you did that!" They're coming, "Hey, is that you on TV? I see you on TV. Wait a minute, I'm not sure. Is that you? Is that you?" I said, "Yeah, that's me." They were like, "Oh my God!" Or I may see somebody, "Is that you? Was that you I seen?" I said, "Yes, it was. It was me." And it's not bragging. All I'm saying to you is, if there's something that you really want to do and you got your heart in it, and this is something you've been wanting to do for quite some time, please go for it. Don't listen to the bugging out people that's telling you that you can't do it, that you're too old, or you do this and you do that. You let the agency tell you that. Because if it was all of that, I'm more than sure if they could do it, 9 times out of 10 or 10 out of 10, they would have tried it and did it themselves. But don't worry about that. You go on, you work on you, you do whatever you got to do that is best for you. So I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to, turn this thing off because I've been running my mouth the whole time just talking about this little morning thing. But you be encouraged. You go out there and you be all you can be. And like I said, if it depends on how this goes, if it goes pretty well, I may do a part two, and we'll talk about what's entailed and what to look toward for, and if they signed you, and what type of jobs I've done and stuff like that. There, I think I've mentioned some of them, but but what's like the behind scene and the people that dress you, the people that do your makeup. Oh my God, it is the limit. How they send for you, and I don't even want to get into it because then I won't have nothing to talk about when it's time. So listen, this is T Martin 365, your girl T Martin, and I am hanging up from here. And I thank you for your time, your patience, and taking the time to come past my page and check our old sister out. But take care, and I hope that I was able to help somebody with this modeling thing. Take care. Bye.